Hey YouTube! I'm Casey, doing a solo episode here today to talk about a recent test that I did with Pinterest ads, seeing if I could do better than Etsy ads with Pinterest. So hoping that I can share some tips with you today for your e-commerce business. I'm going to share a little bit about how I've used Pinterest ads in the past at previous companies, how we've thought about Pinterest for Weston Lynn, our company today, and then also get into this test, how it turned out, and how I'm thinking about Pinterest in the future, and hoping that you can just learn from some of the experiments that we're doing as we try to scale our e-commerce business on Etsy. Today's video is going to be short and sweet. I have been thinking about Etsy ads for a while now, kind of keeping an eye on them. To be honest, there's a lot of room for improvement that I'm seeing there. Don't love how much analytics and tracking that they give you, and it just feels like you don't have as much control over Etsy ads as I would like to have as a marketer for my e-commerce business. So for a little background, my husband and I have a woodworking home decor shop on Etsy, and it's been really successful this year, but our Etsy ads are kind of I could probably do a whole video about all the issues that I have with Etsy ads, but to be short with it, I think there's a lot of room for improvement with Etsy ads, and so I wanted to just do a really simple test. I think it was a week long to see if I could take Pinterest traffic to Etsy and convert sales with the same budget. I ran the Pinterest test in August, so I'm going to skip back a month to show you something more neutral. In July, we spent $217 and got $578 in sales, 8 items. I pretty much call this a wash, if I'm being honest. The only thing this does and could do if you are a newer Etsy shop is you are getting sales. And on Etsy, they want to see that you have sales, that you get reviews, that your product can make Etsy money. So I would say if you're starting out and you just need to get sales, Etsy ads could make a lot of sense. Just know that you, at least in our case, may not get the margins that you would ideally look for. So now that we have over 700 sales on Etsy, we've done over 500 sales in just this year alone. It's kind of time that we think about more scalable, profitable advertising channels. Alright, so I'm going to share my really embarrassing attempt at a Pinterest ad. Don't give me too much hate for this. I promise you I have experience with Pinterest ads, but this, not to spoil it too early, it just didn't really pan out the way that I wanted. But this was back in, August, and around that time all the sales and a lot of the buying from consumers was related to back to school. And we have a few desk items at our shop, and so I talked to James about what products do we want to move, and so we have this wooden amplifier. It's a wooden passive amplifier. Looking through Pinterest, wanted to create something that could be eye-catching. So also wanted it to show the product, obviously, and highlight the fact that we have a sale going on. So I hopped over to Canva. Canva is my favorite way to create any ad, really most visual assets, unless I'm in Photoshop or something a little bit more involved. I love Canva. So I use Canva for almost all of our ads, and I just really kind of whipped up an ad really fast. And I created this ad here. So I also wanted to target specific keywords. So I chose about 20 keywords related to this product, like passive amplifier, wooden amplifier, and got it fired up. And basically all I did was take we do $7 a day on Etsy to ads, just to be conservative. I chopped 4 from Etsy ads and took those $4 a day and put them on Pinterest ads. And I let it run for a week. So let's see how it did. Alrighty, so we spent basically $25. So thinking about the price of this product, that's kind of where I wanted to cut it off. We got 28,000 impressions, which is great, 133 link clicks, and 34 saves. But we got, drumroll please, 0 sales. 0 sales. I told you this was embarrassing. Now, I'm not in the business of burning cash. We are trying to run a sustainable, scaled e-commerce business. And so after a week, I just called it a done test and stopped the ad and switched the ads back over to Etsy ads. So I would say this was a fail. And I'm okay with that. The whole point of business is to try things fast, see what sticks, and then go with the winner and toss the loser and keep going. It's not a personal thing. So I was happy to see that we learned. That is the most important thing, is that we learned. And ultimately, we're $25 out. That's not a big deal. So to get into my history with using Pinterest ads before, I was a marketing director at a online matching platform, and with grant money, I had a 6-digit advertising budget, and I spent a lot of that money on Pinterest because the goal for that was to raise awareness and raise brand recognition amongst a particular audience. And that's how I've used Pinterest really successfully in the past, and I would say is probably how I would think about Pinterest even today. We've had some pins go viral-ish, get hundreds of thousands of likes and shares on Pinterest just totally organically, and it's driven a ton of visits previously to our website. Now we are pretty heavily on Etsy, which we can get into that in the future. We've gotten a lot of traffic, but no sales. And so for that, it was for a higher price item, but I still think kind of the trend is similar, and that same thing with this most recent test. A lot of folks who are on Pinterest are browsing. They're what I would call looky-loo. They are just looking for inspiration. They're not really in that shopping or buying mindset. And a lot of them just like click through, look, browse, and maybe save the pin for later. And so I think it's a bit of a long game with Pinterest. And if you're really in that stage of maybe trying to just build awareness, or maybe you have a blog or something, a good way to retain that traffic in a way that makes sense, that may not require a credit card or a sale, but can be used. Maybe it's an email list, maybe it's some sort of, maybe it's even your Instagram. So many pins go to Instagram. That's how I would think about Pinterest. Now, that's my experience. I've spent a lot of money on Pinterest before in past jobs, not so much for Weston Lynn. So I would love to hear from all of you experts out there. What have you found to be successful? I have a few ideas of future tests I want to run with Pinterest. I do want to test some of our best-selling items on there just to see if I can drive a sale at all with Pinterest. And from there, maybe we can think about something for the holidays. So I'm not totally giving up on the channel, but I would say it is what I found to be a bit harder to drive sales, but is really great for getting impressions and eyeballs on your brand and your business. So that's all I've got for you today. So if you found this helpful today, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button. I'm totally dedicated to sharing this journey with you of how we scale our online business and sharing just our journey in a way that's really honest and transparent, so you can learn for your business as well. So give us a like, subscribe. We would love for you to be part of our community, and hear from you. So if you have had any experience with Pinterest or seen success, I would love to hear it. Please drop in the comments if you just think I totally overlooked something, or if I should think about something a bit different. Please drop that in the comments. I want to hear it. I really, really do. And yeah, that's it. Enjoy your day.